I have my walls. I have my second floor walls above my first floor walls. I made the modifications that right here. We just have to delete this little bump out and move this wall over. I want to make sure I place my walls. We can modify things after, but I want to make sure I make those modifications to my walls first. Then I'm going to go to my slab tool, which is in my building shell menu. I can see there's multiple options for this. And if I go to my slab preferences, I can see there's different styles of slabs.
Of course there is.
Of course. So right now I'm going to use my floor assembly, wood floor assembly. Right now we will leave it as is. Remember, we kind of set our heights for a 1 foot floor assembly. So everything's good all is. I'm gonna hit OK. It gives me this little wall picker tool so I can go around and just click all the walls. And once I've selected all my walls, I can see they're all highlighted in red. I just have to hit the little check mark and voila, I have a slab.
Whoa.
Okay.
Like, does it matter if you do it before your interior walls or not, or it just knows where to go?
It just knows where to go because your interior walls, I would have had interior walls here, but I wouldn't have selected them with my wall picker, right? So it does. Now,
I sometimes don't think this program is as smart as it is.
it's smart.
So smart.
It's
smarter
smart.
than you are, for sure.
Because right now I've selected my walls. Obviously there's an infill bucket and a polygon tool and I can draw it. I've selected my walls because there are, with our wall heights, we've adjusted the bounds of each of the components. We are gonna play with that and how it interacts with the slab. So because we've chosen our exterior walls as bounding objects, we can also set up, so if I go play with those bounds. So if for instance right now I'm gonna go, I can see if I click on each of these components, this edge offset, I can change what that boundary is. So I can change it if it's gonna be the interface of the wall, of a component and all that. So we can play with those settings. Right now we'll leave it as it is. So it is, we do want it to the outer face of the wall core. We will play with things. So that, remember, just like in our wall styles, this is our offsets or our boundary settings. I'm gonna hit OK. There's also the insertion options. So I can specify height here and all of that. But these components can be bound by different edges. So I'll hit OK. So I have the slab. I am going to be doing a stairwell, and I need that stairwell to go through an opening in the slab.
Oh yeah, I've wanted to learn this for so long.
It's so easy. So I would just, if I had my floor plan and I was drawing over it, I would send this back and I could, or depending if you have your interior walls, which I just don't have right now, all I'm going to do is draw a shape. So I'm going to draw a rectangle.
You're kidding.
Oh my gosh.
Nope, I'm going to select both and I'm going to go up to my model menu, my modify menu, and I'm going to clip surface.
No way.
Yep. Let us do a thing. And
That's amazing.
there, I haven't opened it
I'm so impressed.
Now, we can easily make modifications to our slab after we've created it. If I double click on my slab, I can edit the boundary, the modifiers, reshape it, manual edges. So I could reshape this if I wanted to, and I can easily just go, oh, I moved this wall, so I need to now move this slab. Okay, So it brings me into my reshape tool and all those settings that are available there, right? So we can easily modify our slab after we created it by just double clicking on that slab and choosing how we want to make those modifications.